Addod Solutions. Add-on desired.
Welcome to Addod Solutions Current Affairs program. This is Koteshwar. First, I am going to discuss the international current affairs as part of today's current affairs. India's strategy in defiance of the dragon. The Indian Army is ready to respond to the dragon who is enhancing the tensions at the Indo-China border. An Air Force unit specially set up in the army is constantly monitoring to detect the movements beyond the line of actual control, which is also called as LAC. An unmanned aircraft which is imported from Israel is being used for this purpose. North Korea confirms submarine launch of new ballistic missile. North Korea tested a ballistic missile on Tuesday, fueling tensions with a series of weapons demonstrations. The South Korean military is evaluating whether the weapon was intended to be launched from a submarine. Pakistan claims that Indian submarine stops entering our border. The Pakistani military on Tuesday said it had blocked an Indian submarine from entering their country's water. The Pakistan Army said in a statement that the incident took place on the 16th of this month and that its naval aircraft performing maritime duties had detected the Indian submarine and had withdrawn after issuing the warnings from the Navy. Backlash against Nirav Modi in New York court too. Nirav Modi, a fugitive diamond trader from India, has faced a backlash in a New York court. The court rejected a petition filed by Nirav and his aides seeking dismissal of the charges against them for cheating in the name of the companies. Nirav Modi, accused in the Punjab National Bank scam, is currently in a Britain jail. Trump files lawsuit to block release of Capitol Riot records. Former President Donald Trump filed a lawsuit in a United States court on Monday in an attempt to block the US Congress from obtaining White House records on the deadly January 6th Capitol insurrection. Steve Bannon, who is thought to have played a key role in the attack on the Capitol, appears to have been instructed not to cooperate with the committee in the investigation by former President Trump. Jinping to become the successor of Mao. The 68-year-old Jinping is expected to become the most powerful leader after Mao at the Communist Party of China, that is also called CPC, plenary meeting next month from 8th to 11th. Chances are that this meeting will make chances so that Jinping will continue as the Chinese president for a third time. Queen of Britain rejects Oldie of the Year title. The 95-year-old Queen Elizabeth II, who has lived in Britain for a long time and has ruled the people for a long time, has tenderly rejected the famous Oldie of the Year title. The Oldie magazine annually confers the title on those who have long served the public. She announced that she wanted to present the award to someone who deserved it. Immediate action against preparators of violence. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has given clear instructions to the Home Ministry to prevent the religious clashes in Bangladesh. She ordered immediate action against the preparators of violence using the name of religion. National issues. Continuation of Balasori as chairman of Committee on Subordinate Legislation, Lok Sabha. Machilipatnam MP Vallabhaneni Balashauri has been reappointed as the chairman of the Committee on Subordinate Legislation of Lok Sabha. He will continue in this position for another year. Gross non-performing assets of banks to rise. CRISIL reports that banks' non-performing assets, which are also shortly called as NPAs, are likely to grow by 8 to 9% in the current financial year. These are lower compared to the peak NPAs recorded at the end of the 2018 financial year, that is almost equal to the 11.2%. Reliance Industries bought a 52% stake in Ritika. Reliance Retail Ventures Limited, a subsidiary of the Reliance Industries, has acquired a 52% stake in Ritika Private Limited, owned by renowned fashion designer Ritu Kumar. Dr. Reddy's final approval in America for lenalidomide capsules. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories has obtained final approval from the United States Food and Drug Administration, which is also called as US FDA, to sell lenalidomide capsules in the United States for treatment of the cancers with symptoms known as myelodysplastic syndrome. Heavy rains in Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand, which is also known as the Deva Bhumi, has been battered by incessant rains for 3 days. The death toll from rain-related incidents has risen to 47. It is not right to summon officers to court, Supreme Court. The Supreme Court commented that it was unnecessary to summon officers who provide services to the people. The chairman and regional manager of UP Gramina Bank has quashed the Allahabad High Court's order directing to appear before it in a dismissal case. Committee for the selection of the chairperson of the Electricity Tribunal, a high-level committee headed by Chief Justice of India, Justice N.V. Ramana, has been set up to select the chairperson of the Electric Appellate Tribunal. It will include former Delhi High Court Chief Justice, Justice Rohini, secretaries of the Union Ministry of New Renewable Energy and Petroleum, Natural Gas. A 70-year-old woman gave birth. In a rare incident in India, a 70-year-old Gujarati woman, Juvuben Raberi, finally fulfilled her dream of motherhood by giving birth to her first child, a boy, after losing hope in that for decades, thus joining the list of modern mothers in the world. India's R value below 1 since September 4th of 2021. Researchers at the Institute of Mathematical Sciences in Chennai have found that R value, that is also called as reproduction number, which indicates the severity of transmission of the COVID-19, has been below 1 in the country since September 4th. They revealed that the R value was less than 1 in the top 10 states with the highest number of COVID-19 cases. Initiation of investigation into Pandora documents in India. A preliminary investigation has been launched in India into the Pandora documents, which have caused a stir around the world as well as in India. A giant team of officials from various departments such as RBI, Enforcement Directorate ED and the Central Board of the Direct Taxes focused on this matter. Artificial legs for cows too. A center will be set up at Nanaji Deshmukh University in Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh, to develop the artificial limbs available to animals like human beings. The government has also allocated 2.17 crore to establish this center. Andhra Pradesh, Vemireddy Prashanti Reddy as the chairman of the Delhi Local Advisory Council of TTD. Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam TTD has appointed Vemireddy Prashanti Reddy, a member of the TTD Board of Trustees, as the chairman of the Delhi Local Advisory Council. She was entrusted with the responsibility of the overseeing the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, which is also called as TTD, temples in North India. The ability of state swimmers at the National Aquatic Championship. 2 swimmers from the Andhra Pradesh state across the state competed in the 37th National Sub-Junior Aquatic Championship, which started in Bangalore on Tuesday. On the first day, Yagnasai presented the first gold medal to the Andhra Pradesh state, while Lasesri won the bronze medal. Telangana Mahakumbha Samprokshana on March 28 at Yadadri. If the Yadadri temple is to be reopened, the Mahakumbha Samprokshana will have to be consecrated. After convening the Vidyut Sabha as well as with the Siddhantula Sabha, Chinajiyar Swami has decided to hold the Mahakumbha Samprokshan on March 28th of next year. Sports. Scotland on the verge of Super 12. Scotland, who shocked Bangladesh in their first match of the first round of the T20 World Cup, continued their consistency in the second match also. Papua New Guinea beat by 17 runs on Tuesday to further improve their Super 12 chances of the Scotland. Bangla win over Oman in T20 World Cup. Bangladesh won the first round of the T20 World Cup. Bangladesh, who lost their first match in Group B in the hands of the Scotland, beat Oman by 26 runs on Tuesday. Sindhu debuted the Danish Open in the first round of the women's singles at the Danish Open on Tuesday. Sindhu defeated Turkey's Neslihan Yigit to advance to the second round. MCC lifetime membership to Harbhajan and Javagal Srinath. Marylebone Cricket Club, which is shortly called as MCC, has announced the lifetime membership of veteran Indian spinner Harbhajan Singh and former pacer Javagal Srinath. The honor was announced on Tuesday for 18 cricketers throughout the world for this year, including Harbhajan and Javagal Srinath from India. These are the today's current affairs. Keep watching Addod Solutions Current Affairs program to get regular updates on current affairs. Thank you.
Addod Solutions. Add-on Desires.